The British Isles were first evangelised by Columba's monks from Iona, and they got a long way. Where I live in East Sussex, there were inaccessible and resistant pockets that Augustine of Canterbury's missionary activities in the 6th century never managed to reach. There's a saying in Sussex, "We won't be druv," and that applied to religious conversion as well as everything else. But the monks of Iona got through, which is why when King Offa gave a portion of land in East Sussex to the glory of God in perpetuity, the deeds reference Celtic, not Roman, Christianity. One wise and gentle tactic of the Iona monks was to establish Christian practice alongside the old religion, rather than tossing out or discrediting the spiritual path the people had always trod, based on the round of the agricultural year and the seasons of the light. So, for instance, they settled the feast of the Incarnation, the birth of the infant light of the world, just adjacent to Yule, a Norse word which means the turn, at the deepest and darkest, coldest, most forlorn time of year. Into our darkness the living light is born, bringing us hope. Now, Jesus wasn't born in December, he was born around September. It's not a birthday celebration. It's the monks showing the people of the ancient Celtic world, by juxtaposition with their established ceremonies, the meaning of the gospel. And they didn't rival or displace or push aside the ceremonies of the Celtic wheel of the year. They just placed the new stories and observances next to them, so people could see the similarities and understand the teaching. The festival of Imbolc runs through from the evening of February 1st to the evening of February 2nd, because the Celtic day started at sunset, and the Christian feast of Candlemas is placed alongside it on February 2nd. Imbolc was one of the fire festivals, so the monks made Candlemas a time when, as the days were lengthening now and the light was getting stronger, everyone could bring a candle from home to the church for a festival of light. They made that connection between Jesus and light, the gospel teaching that Jesus is the light of the world. And Imbolc is also the time for cleaning your home, and the clear, lucid February light shows up all the dust and cobwebs. It's time to sweep out the house. And it's Bridgetide, protector of the home, when the celebrations, like making use of water and milk, have specifically feminine connections. Like visiting the holy wells. The ancient Celts saw wells, springs, water sources, as the opening of the womb of the earth, like waters breaking when a child is born. The neck of the cervix is called the os, and there's a place in Yorkshire called Osmotherley, after the holy well there, the womb opening of Mother Earth. So the Christian feast of Candlemas, set alongside the festival of Imbolc, was made a celebration of the purification of the Blessed Virgin Mary after childbirth, which would have been 40 days after Jesus was born. It speaks of welcoming the growing and strengthening light, of purification and cleansing, of the ways of women and the home. As we've heard from Grace, the word imolc may have its origins in the Irish word for in the belly and refer to the time of quickening felt by the mother. Some people suggest it comes from the word meaning lamb's milk, and there is a suggestion that it's linked to a time of ritual cleansing and purification. So it became the time to think of the stirring of spiritual light within us, or of Jesus, the Lamb of God, as a young child at the breast of his mother, or of the purification of Mother Mary after the birth of her baby Jesus. There's so much to think of here, capturing the holiness that we touch when we connect with the earth and her seasons, with the ordinary rhythms of life and humanity, with the simple tasks of sweeping the house and washing ourselves and feeding our children. This, thought the ancient Celts and affirmed the monks of Iona, is where we find God, or where his light finds us.